Hello everybody. Welcome to yet another video. This is White Collar Forex, the home of professional trading. And in today's video, I'll be taking you guys through the strategy and the thought process of how I was able to grow this account from $11 to over $7,340, which translates to 239 rands to 130,000 rand. So in this video, I'll be showing you guys that you are able to do this without over leveraging, right? So how we do this basically is by holding trades, right, through a method called swing trading. So you don't have to overtrade or over leverage. All you need to be doing is just getting a good entry, preferably a low risk, high reward entry, and then all you need to do after that is hold. So I'll be teaching you guys how my team and I are able to grow small accounts over and over without over leveraging or risking too much of your capital. Firstly, I'm going to go through my Forex journey, and then we're going to go into a free masterclass that I've prepared for you guys. And hopefully what this does is it'll, number one, inspire you and also help you in your journey and clear up some misconceptions and some things that you might have had challenges with in terms of Forex trading, right? So let's just get into my Forex journey, right? So I've been trading Forex for over 7 years now, and this is how it all started, right? So my journey in Forex, right? First and foremost, I need you guys to understand that I dropped out of college twice, and the reason for this is because I've always felt like I was destined for something bigger or something greater, or I was not destined for a 9 to 5. So I think that's what kept pushing me to drop out of college, right? So, okay, after that, I discovered Forex in 2017 through a relative who was trading Forex at the time. So she went to a seminar and then she started trading Forex after that, and I saw that she was actually making good money from that, and then I became interested in trading also, right? So I then hustled some money and was able to fund my first account with $100, right? So obviously as a beginner you think it's that simple. You just need to learn a few things and then you jump into the market, hopefully hoping to make money, right? So that's how I blew my first $100, right? And then from there I discovered signals and I thought, okay, let me try out signals and maybe that will work out for me, right? And I tried signals and it just was not working for me. It wasn't making sense for me, right? So what happened is that I then went back to learning, right? I went back to the drawing board, and as I started learning again, I started getting obsessed with indicators and systems. That was the time when a lot of systems were popular. What's this? There was this popular system that was trending at the time. I think it was under VMJ. I forgot what the name. I think it was the papaya system. It was trending at the time. So I got very obsessed with indicators and systems, right? And I also learned Pep Lord fundamental strategy, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And with me learning all that, I then blew more accounts, right? I blew more accounts, and again, I had to go back to the drawing board, right? And as I went back to the drawing board, I just started looking at strategies that were more simpler, that did not have indicators and systems incorporated into them. So I wanted to trade something that was more cleaner. So I was drawn to naked charts, right? So because of being drawn towards naked charts, I discovered supply and demand in 2020, right? That's when I started seeing a huge difference. And then I added confluence to the strategy in order for me to um, improve my entries and have more precise entries, right? And then that's when I got consistently profitable, right? And then in 2021, I started my um, academy, the White Collar Forex Academy. And then as we speak right now in 2025, I have over 400 students, actually not 350, 400 students that are enrolled under my academy where I teach them my strategy, right? So as beginners, we make a lot of mistakes, right? So now I want to get into some of the mistakes that I personally made as a beginner that I feel delayed my progress as a Forex trader or Forex beginner, right? So number one, I did not use higher time frame for direction, right? So I would be randomly trading the markets, not having a higher time frame bias. And that is a very big mistake that most traders make. Number two, I was focused on irrelevant information in the forex industry. For example, I was obsessed with trying to memorize all candlesticks that existed, all patterns that existed, which is not relevant. I was trying to also memorize definitions of certain forex terms or forex um basically forex terms, like I said. Number three, I did not understand time frame alignment, right? Time frame alignment is basically understanding that you need a high time frame and an entry time frame. You cannot enter on one single time frame, analyze and enter on one single time frame. So you need time frame alignment. Number four, strategy hopping. This is something that delayed me for the longest time because you can't be a master of many things if you can't be mastering multiple strategies all at once. You only delay yourself, right? So changing a strategy every month or every week or every other 3 months is just going to delay you. So that is a big mistake that most beginners make. Number five, using indicators in isolation. I'm not saying indicators do not work. I do use indicators in my strategy even today, but you can't use them in isolation, meaning you can't use them as a strategy themselves. Rather, use them as confluence, right? Number six, I did not understand what moves the markets, right? Most people don't understand what actually moves the markets. Number seven, I traded too many pairs. Never trade too many pairs. Rather focus on 3 to 5 or 1 to 3 pairs at a time and then master their behavior. Number eight, I did not focus on one entry pattern. So this led to confusion and it paralyzed me when it came to taking trades. So I ended up not taking any trades and missing opportunities. Number nine, I did not backtest my strategies, right? So before you decide that a strategy works or does not work, you need to backtest it. Backtesting is basically testing it on previous or historical data and seeing if that pattern or the strategy appears and actually works based on previous data, right? So number 10, I did not journal my trades. Journaling is important because you now know what works and what doesn't and what you need to do and what you don't need to do next time you take a trade. Number 11, trading too frequently. Right? Some people, especially beginners, they tend to trade for the sake of trading, right? Without enough reason to trade. So that is a very big mistake also. Number 12, no rules. If you do not have rules, you are going to take trades that are not high probability or high quality. Number 13, thinking trend lines are a strategy, right? Just like with indicators, trend lines are not a strategy. Rather, what they are is they are used for confluence, as like to further give you confidence when taking a trade or analyzing, right? So they give you confidence, they add as confluence, right? So now that we're done with the mistakes I made as a beginner, let's get into how I actually became consistently profitable, right? Okay, so number one, I focused on one strategy, right? So I focused on one strategy, which was supply and demand, right? Number two, I used confluence, right? So confluence gave me confidence to be able to take trades with confidence and also hold them with confidence. Number three, I focused on 1 to 3 pairs and perfected their behavior, right? So I focused on 1 to 3 pairs. Number four, I used correlation. Number five, I use time frame alignment, like I explained in the previous section of this masterclass. Number six, focus on higher time frame and swing trading. So I focus on higher time frame because there's less noise on the higher time frame, and it gives me more confidence when analyzing and clearer direction. Swing trading allowed me to be able to have a flexible lifestyle without having to trade frequently, and also having to focus on my charts more frequently, so I'm able to have more freedom because of swing trading. Then I journaled my trades. Number 8, I had strict rules, so I knew when to take a trade and when to be out of the market. I prioritized price structure, right? So price structure, it is what moves the market. So I prioritize price structure. Number 10, I used trend lines and indicators as confluence, right? And not an actual strategy, right? So that is how I became consistently profitable. So, what are the benefits of trading like me, right? Okay, the first benefit is you take high probability trades by using the higher time frame, right? Because there's less noise on the higher time frame. Number two, when you focus on 1 to 3 pairs, you learn their behavior and can almost predict what will happen next almost every time. So you avoid burnout, unlike focusing on many pairs. When you focus on many pairs, you will experience burnout because you have a whole chart full of pairs that you constantly need to check up on and see if they've reached your area of interest. Right. So number 3, using correlation allows you to know that some pairs move together and some move in the opposite direction of each other. This makes analysis easier, right? And then number 4, using timeline alignment means you can have a tighter stop, allowing your account to breathe and allows you to leverage more, right? Number 5, using confluence allows you to take trades confidently. Next, having rules helps you avoid fear of missing out, fear itself, and greed, right? The last one, using long-term and swing trading allows you to safely grow small accounts, meaning small investment, huge returns, right? So these are the benefits of trading like me. Now, let's get into misconceptions about Forex, right? The first one, trend lines are a strategy, right? So many will argue that trend lines are in fact a strategy, but I beg to differ, and I'm going to explain what I mean by this, right? Trend lines are not a strategy in themselves. They are just a tool used to measure trend momentum. Trend lines are used as confluence. Trend lines cannot exist without price structure. Let's get into a chart and let me explain the 3 points that I just mentioned, right? Firstly, I said Trend lines are a tool to measure trend momentum, right? Trend lines just measure how strong a trend is. For example, here, each point where the trend line was respected just shows us that the uptrend here is actually still strong and still growing, right? Once this is broken, it means the momentum of the uptrend has now weakened and is no longer strong. That's what I mean. Trend lines are used as confluence, right? Trend lines are just used as confluence to show that we are getting higher highs and higher lows, right? Trend lines cannot exist without price structure. What does that mean? If we didn't have these higher lows here, we wouldn't be able to join this trend line in the first place, right? So without price structure, we cannot have trend lines. That is basically what I'm trying to say, right? Let's move on. Misconception number 2. People tend to think that you need a big account in order for you to make money. And that's not true. You just need a good low risk entry, right? And also you need to use swing trading to grow the account by simply holding it and letting it grow. You also use compounding to grow the account safely, right? Below here we have an account, right? This account is a student account that he grew from 239 rands to 130,000 rand 456. Obviously, keep in mind that gold is a very volatile pair, so when it starts to move, it does move quite violently. So you using a different pair to grow a small account versus using gold or another volatile pair would give you different results. But the main thing here is that the initial amount was small, but he was able to grow it exponentially, right? By holding the trade and also by getting a good low risk, high reward entry, right? Number 3, you do not need to trade every day to make money. You just need one good swing trade a month to make good money, right? Below is a trade that I personally took a while ago being last year. In August last year, I took this swing trade on Euro USD, which was a swing sell trade that I held for around 4 weeks, and I simply just held the trade and I made over 6,000 USD, right? So this showed that all you need is one good trade that you hold and you will be rewarded, right? You don't need to trade frequently and chase trades that are sometimes low probability, right? Number 4, you need years to master Forex trading. This is not true. You can master Forex in a matter of 1 to 6 months, right? You just need to learn the right information. Stop learning unnecessary information and learn a strategy, right? So this is what I wish I was told when I was still a beginner. Stop learning unnecessary information like definitions, different patterns, different candlesticks. Learn a strategy, master it, and that's how you're going to learn Forex in a shorter period of time as compared to someone who's going to read multiple Forex ebooks that teach you what is leverage, what is full margin, what does this and this stand for, what does this and this. That is not important. Learn a strategy, because at the end of the day, that is what's going to make you money, right? Below here is a student of mine who was able to master our strategy in less than a month. In less than a month, he was already seeing results, because what we do in our mentorship in the academy, we teach you a strategy. We don't have beginner, intermediate, advanced courses where No, we go straight to the point and teach you what you need to know to start trading the market and making money. Right, so this is a chat, this is a testimonial where he said he was able to master our strategy in less than a month. Right, number 5, a misconception I see is that there are special strategies for specific pairs. Right, there is no such thing. Pairs move using one core principle, right? Price structure and supply and demand. There are no secret strategies like the Nasdaq strategy, the volatility strategy, and so forth. Those are simply marketing tactics, right? Our strategy works on anything with a chart, right? Basically, anything that has candlesticks in a chart, our strategy will work on. For example, below here is a student who deposited $22 and was able to withdraw $200 trading and volatility indexes and boom 500, step index, crash 500, and so forth, right? So those are derivative pairs. I hope I'm saying that right. So he was trading derivative pairs using our strategy that we also use on currencies. And this just proves my theory that we use one core principle, one core strategy that works on anything with a chart, right? So now that I've explained everything, let's get into the actual strategy that we use, right? So here is our strategy and it goes as follows. So here are the rules of our strategy, right? Number 1 is identify a high time frame zone. Number 2, wait for a test. Number 3, move to a lower time frame using time frame alignment. Number 4, wait for price structure break on lower time frame. Number 5, wait for retest of the move that broke structure. Number 6, enter placing stop loss below or above origin of move that broke structure on the lower time frame, aka our entry time frame, right? Those are the rules that we follow. This is the same strategy that we use with the team, and it's the same strategy that I've been using for the past years, right? So let's just have a rough example of what I'm talking about, right? So number 1, we focus on price structure, right? Like I always say, so we've identified this is an uptrend, right? So we identify a zone, right? This is our higher time frame. Let's say this is our higher time frame, right? This will be our entry time frame, right? This will be our entry time frame. After we identify a zone on the higher time frame, we will go down to a lower time frame using our time frame alignment rule, right? On the lower time frame, what we will look for is a break of structure, retest, and then we enter, right? Since we're looking for an entry upwards, right? Because here we identified this zone, which we wanted to enter at the test and then go up. So what we're going to look for on the lower time frame is a break of structure here, giving us a sign that momentum is now going upwards by clearing previous structure. Then we will enter here at the zone that we found, or the origin of the strong move that broke structure on the lower time frame, right? Or our entry time frame, using our time frame alignment rule. And then at the retest, we enter and we buy here. So this is how it will look on our entry time frame. This is how it will look on our higher time frame. I hope that's clear. Right, so let's look for an example on the actual charts, right, to make this more clearer. So we are here on the monthly time frame, and this is the Euro Swiss franc, right? As you can see here, we had a downtrend giving us consecutive lower lows and lower highs, right? This gray area right here is our zone, right? So we were looking to test the zone and then go down, right? This is our higher time frame. Now we go to our lower time frame. This is our entry time frame. What do the rules say? Wait for the test. Here's the test of the higher time frame zone. Wait for a break of structure. These red arrows are previous structure. going up into the zone that was tested, right? What do we look for? Break of structure, break of those previous structures, and then retest of origin of that strong move or a zone left behind by that move, and then entry downwards. And as you can see, that's exactly what happened. And we entered downwards, right? So what is the point of us going to the lower time frame? Well, it's for us to get a tighter stop loss instead of using this wide stop loss here. Instead, we will use this stop loss here. So our stop loss will be placed right here or here instead of all the way up there on that higher time frame. So that means we get a tighter stop, meaning low entry, high reward. Then what do? Entry, we hold. Simple as that. So let's get into some student live trades that were taken using the same strategy to show that this indeed is a strategy that works, right? So this was a student live trade that he took. He was trading the volatility 50 ones index. As you can see, this was his lower time frame, aka entry time frame, right? So what he was waiting for here was a clear structure here, boom, and then entry. What happened? Price was cleared here, price went up, cleared structure, came back to retest the origin, and then he entered, right? As you can see, there is his entry. Let's look at another trade. This was also another trade. So with this trade here, the student was looking at the GBP CAD trade and his entry time frame was the 1 hour, right? So as you can see here, he marked his previous structures, right? What happened? Price broke them, retested, tested that area here, and look, price did exactly what we predicted, right? So break of structure, retest, entry, and as you can see, that's what happened. So guys, this is a simple, straightforward strategy that focuses on exactly how the market works, and it focuses on clues that are left behind by market makers and big institutions, right? So if you found this free masterclass useful and you want to get in contact with me or follow me on my other socials, then do not hesitate to follow me on my Facebook account. This is my only Facebook account, EURUSD King. As you can see here, you can follow me for more Forex tips and Forex advice. So here is my Facebook page, EURUSD King, right? So you can follow me there. Or if you want to kickstart your Forex journey and you want to start seeing progress, you can then get our ebook using the link in the description below. When you use that link in the description below, you will get over 50% off when you purchase using the link. The ebook was $100, now is $40, which will teach you everything that I showed you in detail, explaining every concept in detail and guiding you throughout the entire process, right? So when you get the ebook, you'll be joining over 300 other students who are using the same strategy to trade the Forex market. So don't forget to follow me on my Facebook page, EURUSD King. This is my only account. Make sure it's this one. And if you want to change your trading and you're looking to be profitable and want to take the next step into profitability, you can get our Structure First ebook using the link in the description. You get over 50% off when you purchase using the link. It's join 300 other students using the strategy, and yeah,